done at Wabash. That's why they're trying to determine if it's going to be home or away. So should be interesting. I guess they're going to figure it out today by noon. So we'll see what happens. All right, we'll play a couple quick games of Zoom, and then we're going to move on. Or I mean, quiz. Yeah, let's play some Zoom. Zoom, zoom, zoom. What's that? Can you do it on your phone? You want to do it on your phone? Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, sure. Yes. Hey, I think I told you guys this yesterday or not, but I'm toying around with the idea of setting up a meeting time in the evening, like 8 or something like that. And then we get both classes, like not required, but like there's some people in fifth period that I want to see if you guys can beat them, and I want to see, vice versa. Like I want to see like ultimate champions my with numbness. Right? So like again, like if you're busy or something like that, but I'm gonna try to do that maybe next week. Okay. So that's what I'm gonna shoot for that. And I've never done that before, but I'm pumped. No Peyton again today, huh? That's a bummer. I love that. All right, ready? Oh, what's that? You're not in? Can you join now? Can you still join? 424-471-424. You're in now? What's that? Here. No, try it now. 424. There we go. You ready? Are we good? So fast. Man, look at this. So fast. So fast. Oh, hedgehogs. Oh. Do it again. Do it again. Like the smack.
Why is it? No one made it. Yes. You just want to color them get to the line. Everyone's like lagging. You all click. Oh no! No!
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no, India! Oh, nice. All right, let's do teams. All right, teams it is. Let's see, we'll do randos. Randos. Someday maybe I'll do like the schedule. What's up with the worldwide airway?
Oh,
Yes.
Jones, I think.
They don't go and play.
There's like only 5 towers.
Yeah.
Where did they do, like, towers?
I don't know anything about it.
I think that's just like.
Oh, yes, so you mean at the school, No clue, no clue. All right, here we go, you ready? Is that everybody? Am I waiting on somebody? Is that everybody?
And now it's like this. And then now it's like this.
There's your teams.
Carry back. All program. I have no clue what that one looks like.
I know it's all the red and pink that are around.
If I get this wrong, it's not my fault.
I know, it's saggy. I'm not very good at this.
I have the tilted level. It's like in a, I don't know. Just this is called an educated guess.
T-Rexes. Oh! Pandas. Let's do it again. We'll shuffle it up though. Here we go. Here's your teams. Here's your teams. There you go, boom. Gracie, can you get in? Can you get in, Gracie? Can you try it again? 4-3-4. Or sorry, 4-7-3, 5-7-5. No.
No.
It's the one that's like in a, I'm like, wow.
Yes, we got this, guys. 3, both of them. We got this. Hey, you got it.
Nice job, zebras. All right, shut your Chromebooks for a bit. Just a quick reminder that you had a couple of independent, dependent stuff to do. If you forgot to do that, okay, get it in by SRT because I probably won't grade it by then. I will not count off for that. If you forgot, you had to do the last 2 examples on that, right? Everybody Chromebooks down, please. Okay, thanks. And other computers, thanks. I love that you have that though. That's awesome. All right. So let's do some reviewsies where we've been. Okay, then we're going to do a couple of these things, and then we're going to do something else if time permits. And I always forget that it's Wednesday, my dudes. Wednesday, my dudes. So 9:09. Okay, fantastic. All right, so yesterday we looked at the Junco and we realized that there was this guy named William Rowan, who worked at a university in Canada. He was like, yeah, I don't think temperature or barometric pressure causes birds to move, okay, but that it's something else, right? And by the way, if you're into this sort of stuff, I can send this to you. Let's see, was it in this email? I wanted to show you this. I thought I saved it. Oh yeah, this is really super cool. So I get this email from Birdcast. So Birdcast is another tool to show you kind of like the migration. So now we're starting fall migration. So birds are starting to come back and on their way to other places. So they were up north, now they're gonna fly down through Indiana, and they're gonna go either like Florida or South America, okay? So this bird is a Wilson's warbler, and I didn't make you do a lot of warblers. Just like sparrows are like all little brown birds, warblers are, for the most part, all little yellow birds. But people map this stuff, and if you look at this map right here, this is a kind of a crazy way to show where people are seeing the Wilson's warbler, and then where they're eventually heading. And if I show you this, I wasn't going to show you this, but now I might as well. These migration maps are really interesting. They have them for some species, but they will also kind of show you the forecast. So I want to show you how crazy this is. So it's going to show you sunset to sunrise. Okay, so oh yeah, sorry. Oh yeah, thanks for the green. Appreciate it. Do you need a pass or something? All right, you're good. Okay. All right, thank you so much. Anybody know what this is?
Pea flowers.
Peas.
Nice guess.
Soybeans.
Soybeans, right? These are soybeans, and we're gonna look at these in my AP environmental science class. Yes. Here, I'll
Why
show you.
not?
Okay, so
Eat it.
the key is the roots. All right. So we'll talk about this actually later, but I gotta show you this. You asked so nicely. All right, and this is the best example right here. All right, do you see anything weird about these roots? Yeah, there's balls on these roots, yeah. Yesterday we talked about, now it seems to be a theme now here. So these little balls are very important. Now, you see those balls on there? Okay, anybody guess why these balls are important? What's that? Yeah, there's something with the mineral in that.
That's where you get rubies from.
It's not anything to do with reproduction. Okay, in you're go with it. Potatoes?
Those are the beans.
These are the beans. No, these are the beans. There's something to do with nutrients in these balls. 100%.
That's the
Yeah.
filtration.
Filtration. It's not really a filter. It's the wrong word, but huh? I'll give you a hint. What's the number one gas in our atmosphere right now? Nitrogen. Dang, you guys are smart. Okay. All right. Good job. So inside these little balls, there are bacteria, and the bacteria are called rhizobium. And rhizobium converts nitrogen from the air into usable stuff. So this is why we do crop rotation, okay? Because soybeans put the nitrogen back in the soil, right? Okay, so we're going to look at that because we're going to be talking about the nitrogen cycle in my AP class. We'll talk about it in here too. So remember these balls, right? That's good stuff. Okay. All right. So here we go. So I can press play, and it goes from sun. I think it's going to go sunset to sunrise. But here you can see, okay, what's happening. There is sunset. Look what happens after sunset. Oh man, baby. What do you think's happening? Here comes sunrise here in a second. Okay, so birds are migrating at night. Okay, and in this case, we're not getting a lot of action. Okay, in Indiana, looks like it's all happening out west. Okay, so I don't know. We can look at this again. I could send you this link if you're really into that as well. Okay, so back to Rowan. he was like, bird migration, we know it's like happening. It's not, I don't think it's temperature. I don't think it's, barometric pressure. It ended up being what? Light, right? Okay, so he had two cages. One cage was just like the normal cage, normal light in the middle of winter in a freezing cold Canada. In this other cage, he's got like these artificial lights, and he increased the amount of light over time. What happened to the birds? They started to sing. Why do they start to sing? Let's go testicle Sam, but like I appreciate that. Yeah, okay, their testes, their gonads got bigger, right? Okay, why did their gonads get bigger? Hormones, right? So yeah. So testosterone, okay, starts filling up in these gonads, and all of a sudden the birds are like singing like crazy. And why do they need to sing? Attract the mate, right? So I want to sing real pretty. Okay, and birds, once again, will pick birds. Females will pick males, like if they sing better. Okay, that doesn't mean like, okay, if one bird, over here, Jack, is a horrible singer, and then Carl over here is a great singer, and so Carl gets the mate, and you're like, oh, what about poor Jack over here? Well, Jack will get the mate, but it's not the first choice. Like, okay, I guess I'll settle on Jack. Poor Jack, right? Okay, so you want to sing good, right? You want to look good. You want to sing good. Yeah. Do birds ever sleep? Oh yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yep. But sometimes, so after like that migration, they would sleep some during the day. So, but I can't tell you that's true for every species, but they do sleep. All right, so back to Rowan. So then we had this cage with the light. We're like, holy cow, it's light. And we know that really transformed how we thought about migration. What was the control in that experiment? What was the control? Yeah, the cage was just like the regular light, right? Normal cage. Okay, what was the independent variable? Yeah, the light. That's what we changed, right? That's what we're testing. We want to see if the light had some factor. And then what are we measuring? Yeah, the testes. Yeah, we didn't see that on the video, like Rowan, like cutting open the, oh boy, that would have been kind of cool. Like an outtake maybe, right? I'll ask my friend if they can refilm that, like show Rowan like, hey, look at these things. Right? Okay, so testes size, gonad size, then what else? Singing, right? And not just like just the song, but what about the song? Yeah, true. I'm looking for when they started singing, right? Okay, so as the light got longer, right? Because we're coming up on the fall equinox, right? Okay, and so light's going to be, days are starting to get shorter. June 20th, I think, was the summer solstice. We got the fall equinox, September 22nd. We should celebrate. Let's throw a party. Maybe we'll have cupcakes. Okay, where we have equal time, 12 hours daylight, 12 hours of nighttime, and then from that point on, then the days are going to continue to get shorter and shorter and shorter, right? Okay, it always bums me out when, like, right now you wake up, right? And you come to school and it's bright out, except kind of today it's kind of cloudy, but then, soon, very soon, we're going to be coming to school in the dark. Bummer. All right, let's do these real quick as a couple examples. We're definitely gonna have a test on this. Okay, I will tell you that you need to know the difference between these variables. Okay, and I'm gonna do kind of a practice quiz to make sure you know it. Okay, and then a real quiz. Okay, but like my goal, and this has never happened in my 27 years of teaching, but like I feel good this year. I feel good. This is it. Okay, this is it. I want everyone in this class, okay, to get 100% on this question. So every single test that we have will have one of these on it until we get 100%. Y'all with me on that? Sounds like you're like, oh, I got this, man. But it's never happened. In fact, what's been really weird, and I don't get this, sometimes, like maybe Isabella gets it, she's like, got this. Now the next test, she misses it. Why? Can't figure out why that happens. Okay, so this year, make it happen. Please. Please. Then you got this, right?
How does this work again?
So I write these things. You know, like, look at this one. You can't Google this one. Mr. Berwick wants to know if he gives a student a dead bird, it will make them puke. He gives half of the classes a dead bird, and the other half get nothing. Then he records the number of times the kids puked.
Okay, this is messed up.
Okay, right? I messed up already. You know this, right? Yeah. Okay, good. You had a question.
Do you guys have a party if dog
Oh my gosh, yes. I will like stand on top of the school and I will get like a megaphone and I will say, as you're coming into school, this is the best class ever. And then I'll bring cupcakes or something. Yeah.
We all get 100%. I have that skeleton.
No, dude. But thanks for asking. This skeleton was, guess how much the skeleton was?
About 500.
$1,000.
Okay, I'm
Whew. Chad,
Is it real?
no.
Yeah, it's
But I do have a real skeleton. I'll show you later.
There's
Okay.
no- there's like-
There is legit I have real human bones. I can't talk about it, but I can't talk about it legally. All right. So I'll show you the real skeleton later. It was, no, but that's my next set of bones for sure. Yes, John.
You ever tell us how you got the whale?
I will tell you that story later too. I promise. Okay, let's do this though real quick. Here we go. In this case, I need to switch this. Let's start with control. I don't know why I write it like this. I'll switch them around. Okay, what's the control in this?
People would know.
People know dead birds, right? Okay, because what's my hypothesis?
How many kids would that bird be?
Yeah, like if I give you a dead bird, you're gonna puke. Okay, somebody in fifth grade did. I had like 5 kids, like there was barf everywhere. When I passed out.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding. All right, So you're like, oh, I didn't see any snap stories on that. That would have been very snap worthy there. Okay, what's the like, oh my God, John totally barfed. All right, what's the independent variable here? What am I changing? I'm giving the dead birds, right? Okay, and then what am I measuring?
How many kids do you-
Yeah, how many kids puked? Okay, good. Let's do one more of these. Okay, a scientist thinks that birds. Why don't I have the words underneath there? Oh well. Okay, a scientist thinks that birds will fly faster with fewer feathers. He tests 2 groups of juncos. One group with 5 less feathers and one group with all of their normal feathers. He records how fast they fly. Okay, what's my control? Normal junco, all the feathers. What's my independent variable? Yeah, the one that I've removed the feathers. Okay, and then what am I measuring?
How fast they
How fast they fly, right? Okay, gets confusing for some people because they're like, okay, I see a number 5, right? Okay, all right, but and that maybe that's what I'm recording. That's not what I'm recording, right? What am I measuring, right? How fast they fly. Okay, y'all with me on this? Y'all think you're feeling good? Okay, great. Okay, we will have a quiz on this. I don't know. Okay, we'll do a practice on Friday. Just to give you an idea of how you do. Okay? Any questions? We'll practice though every day, but like you actually type it. Because you know how it is. You're all in here together and you're like, I got this. And then you actually have to type it and you're like, oh, jerks, right? Yeah.
Are there experiments where there are multiple dependent variables based on other dependent variables?
Well, you know, like yesterday we had like that one with the slimatosis, and we didn't know for sure if it was either Dr. Kelp or the seaweed or a combination. So it would have been cool to have an experiment like group where we had like one group had the seaweed, one group had Dr. Kelp, and another group had the combination, and then you measure all of those together. Does that make sense? Yeah. Sometimes there's really cool like double blind studies where like the scientist studying it doesn't know what the people get, you know, like so I wouldn't know which one person got like the Dr. Kelp and which one got the seaweed, and then like it would be interesting. And then some people wouldn't know, well, you can do double blind on that one because you have to rub the CD on it. I don't know. Okay, everybody open your Chromebooks up real quickly and go to Google Classroom for today. I want to talk about how this is going to look in our future. I mentioned earlier that if you go to classwork, I posted these 3.1 questions. Okay, I know you're used to probably Mr. Underwood doing this for e-learning last year. Okay, it's not exactly like his, but somewhat similar in that he and I both have PDFs of our textbooks. So when if you want a physical textbook, remember I got some. Okay, you're like, I'm a book person, you know, and you can leave it at home if you want to. Just bring it back to me at the end of the year. That would be fun. But see me after class, and I can get you a physical textbook, or if you want to even just have one, you know, carry it around like your backpacks aren't big enough already. But we've got the 3.1. I want to also remind you that like you have this wonderful tool if you want to use it called Snap to Read. You guys, anybody use this ever? I think it's pretty cool. I love it, man. It's awesome. And so if you're like one of those people, you're like, I don't want to read this, okay, but like maybe you want it to be read to you, all you have to do is, of course, hit this Snap to Read. It is in your Google Chrome extensions. You sign in.
20th century science writer was Suishim inspired by astronauts' photographs of Earth to write, viewed from the distance of the moon.
Okay, right.
The
So can you change
astonishing
the
thing
voice
about
on
the Earth
this?
is that it is alive.
If you go to settings, where are my settings? Where is that? Here?
No, you had to click on the,
This thing?
yeah, the option.
Oh, you guys are teaching me. Oh, there's Alex. I don't like Alex. I want
Do bad news.
Bruce.
Omar.
Welcome
I
to
knew
the
they
Snap
were
and Read
No, I don't
extension.
like Bruce.
You can change the pitch, rate,
Bad
and
news?
volume of sketch
What's
using
bad
this
news?
slot.
No, why would they have that as an option? That's horrible. Good news? This is horrible. These shouldn't be options.
Karen!
It's crazy. All right, I'll do Karen, then we're gonna stop.
Welcome to the Snap and Read extension.
I like
You can
Karen.
change the pitch, rate, and volume of
This
speeches
Karen
in the
wins. I
settings below.
can't believe it. All right, now look. So go back to Google Classroom. You guys can do that yourself, but I want you to look at the questions. Okay, this is your homework for tomorrow. Okay, take a look at the PDFs. I like to shorten the PDFs. Okay, and so it's a little bit. So some of this is easy. Okay, what is ecology? Okay, I want you to use a textbook. Don't Google the answers. Okay, if you try to Google the answers, you're not gonna. And I can always tell because this is the easiest question of all. SPEB or SPCEB. Sorry, it's the level of organization. Okay, when people put weird stuff in here like Sarah P. Corn. No, wait, I don't know. It's like. I'm telling you that I can tell that you're not getting this. What's the difference between abiotic and biotic? What are the three methods modern ecologists use to study ecology? And then what's your favorite species? Okay, this is where I want you to tell me a little bit about yourself. Okay, maybe a bacteria, protist, fungi, plant, or animals. Okay, and list the species there. I would love it. I didn't put this on there. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, good. I didn't scroll over. Paste a pic of the species there. Okay, right. So maybe a cat, maybe a dog. I don't care. But like, tell me the name of the species of this sand. Okay, or bacteria. Maybe soybeans. Maybe it's your bird. Oh, also, real quick before the bell rings. Okay, I'm gonna come around and ask you a very important question. I'm gonna ask you this every day. What's the name of your bird? What's that? Okay, look it up. You're the kestrel? neighbor? Yeah, what's neighbor? What's neighbor? What's neighbor? I know, but she's been online. She's been with Fifth Period like every day. It's been amazing. Did you pick one? Did you find that assignment? Okay, look that up. Yep. What's that? Thesaurus. Yep, good. Yeah, Ruby's right, hummingbird. Screech owl. Good, good, good.